Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss part 6 of HTML content. So let's start our PPT. So in the topics we are going to discuss, the first we will discuss about displaying symbols using reference, then about displaying characters using ASCII codes, then about base font. In the fourth part, we will discuss about menu, then marquee. In the sixth part, we will be having discussion on creating header, footer and the main content area of the web page. Then about param and object. And in the last, we will have discussion on div, that is division. So let's move to our first slide, that is about symbols. So what are symbols and why they are actually used in the web page? Actually, most of the time we are in the need to use some of the special symbols that are not normally provided on the keyboard. So in that case, we can have some particular code in the HTML so that we can use those symbols according to the requirement of the developer. So let's move to our next slide. Here I have taken two snapshots. In the first snapshot, we are having code to use the special symbols, and in the second snapshot, we are having output. So for displaying symbol of sum, we are having some special code, that is ampersand, then hash 8721, and in the last we need to put the semicolon. Then there is a break tag so that the output of the next line comes in the next line, not in the continuation of the same line. So for the empty set also we are having separate code. Then for the symbol of belong to, then for the symbol of not belong to. So we just need to remember these codes in order to use the special symbols like this. So this is about the symbols. So let's move to our next slide. It is about ASCII codes. So sometimes we require ASCII values or codes in the web page. So ASCII is character encoding standard for digital and electronic communication actually. So what is the full form for ASCII codes? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Actually what happens, we are having different values for the uppercase letters and lowercase letters. It means that if we are having A as capital, then the value will be different, and if we are using A in the smaller case, it will have the different value. So there is difference between values of uppercase and lowercase. So we are having different codes for the alphabets or characters also. There are some symbols also present in the ASCII codes which are having some different codes. So these are the ASCII codes. Let's move to our next slide. So here we can easily view that for displaying capital A, we are having code as ampersand hash 065 semicolon. Then same like this, we are having codes for capital B, then smaller case A and B also. So these are, we can easily view that there are different values for the different case letters and the different letters even. So we can easily view the output also in the same slide. So this is the demo. So let's move to our next slide. The next slide is about base font tag. Now, what is the use of base font? As its name represents, base font means that we just want to have similar kind of formatting for the text on the whole page. So, in that case, we can easily use base font. There is other alternative also. Font tag is also available in the HTML, but in that case of font, we need to have the opening tag and the closing tag for the font, and whatever the text we will have in the opening and the closing tag, it will have that particular formatting. But if we want to have some default font color or font size or font style for our text, then we can usually use base font, which is more useful. So the different attributes that can be used with the base font tag are color, face, size. So these are the three very important attributes that work in combination with the base font tag very appropriately. Then if we want to give the color, then we can use attribute as color. Then for the font style, we use face as a attribute. Then obviously for giving the particular size, large or small, we can provide the size, that is the particular value according to the requirement we can give. So in the last line, in the note, I have taken one simple line that this tag will not work in HTML5. It means that there are some of the tags in the HTML which don't work properly in the HTML5. It means that it will not display any kind of formatting or the output on the screen of web page. So we need to remember those things also. So let's move to the output of base font. So we are having two text lines. Then in the base font I have given face as monotype cursive. Then color I have provided red. Then size, it is the numeral value. According to the requirement we can provide the size over here. But the attribute values, they must be in double quotes. That is mandatory. So this is the singular tag. We can easily view that we are not having any kind of closing tag for the base font. So this is how we use the base font. Let's move to next slide. It is about creation of menus and list items. So sometimes we need to have some menu at the top of the website, at the home page especially. It means that we can have the different links in the menu, and on clicking of the different menu items, they can traverse to different pages of the website. So for fulfilling that requirement, we can use the menu item. So let's view how to use this. So in the next slide, we can have the coding for this. In the menu tag, we need to have the menu item, whatever menu item we want to display, and they need to have the break tag at the last so that they can be in the next lines. But if we don't provide the break tag over here, then all the options will be displayed in the single line. But we can provide different formatting elements and effects for this menu. So let's move to our marquee. Here in the marquee, we can use the different style, how to use it. Let's view what is marquee. Marquee actually means that the moving text on the web page. It can have the different properties, like it can move from left to right, right to left, or in the continuation, or we can have some highlighted points or the text on the web page as marquee. Here is the one simple example to show how marquee is used. So let's move to our next slide to learn about different attributes that can be used along with the marquee. So first is direction. So direction simply means that we can have the different directions like left, right, top and bottom. Then width and height also we can provide in percentage or in number also. Then about the behavior, how it will move. It will have in the form of scrolling, then in the form of slide. Slide means that from one side to another, and when it reaches at the end of the page on the one side, then it will again move to the opposite side. Then third one is the alternate. The text starts moving from one side. The text stops moving and bounce back when it reaches the end of the one side. Then it will move towards the opposite side. So these are the three properties in the behavior also. So what is the scroll amount? Scroll amount means that we can provide the speed also, so that we can have the measurement for the speed of the marquee, whether it will move very fast or in the slow motion. So next we are having about header, footer and content area. Header, as its name represents, it will be at the top of the web page. So if we are having one header tag, we cannot use multiple header tags over there. So it must be at the top as its name suggests. Then further we can have the logo, then the name of the website, or we can have the menu strip in the header also. So according to the requirement we can use it. Then in the footer, it will be at the bottom of the web page. We can have information about organization. We can display address over there, then copyright information, site map, etc. So then the main tag. Main tag is the major tag. It will have our main content of the web page. It will have the multiple collection of the data over there. So let's move to our next slide. We can view the output here. So we are having CSS for our tags also for header, main and footer. For header I have given background color as white and specified height is provided. Similarly I have given the values for main and footer also. So we can view the output. So in the footer I have taken one simple line. So this is actually a very simple example to represent the header, main and footer area. So let's move to our next slide. It is about param and object. Param actually is a control of an object. Object is a container that basically holds a param. For example, if we want to display the video, we can use these tags. And the different attributes that work here are name and value. Simply name means the name of the parameter we want to give, then the value of the parameter it is. So in the next slide we can view the output. So object data over here is a simple video having MP4 file. So in the param we need to provide the name and value as we have read. In the name I have given video, then value is play. We just want to play the video. So let's have some MCQs related to the same topic. So our first question is, name the parameters of tag param. So different options are given over here. So what is the correct answer for this question? So option number 3 is the correct answer, that is name and value. So the two different parameters that work in coordination with the param tag are name. We can provide the name of the parameter, then value of the parameter also. So let's move to our second question. Which attribute of marquee tag specifies the speed of a marquee? So what is the correct answer for this particular question? So according to the options given, the option number 4 is the correct answer, that is scroll amount. It is the amount, or we can provide the numeral values so that we can control the speed of the marquee, whether it will move fast or in slow motion according to the specified directions. Thank you so much.